Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about characteristics of sound. We already studied that sound waves characterized with amplitude and frequency. So depends upon this frequency and amplitude, we can easily distinguish between two sound waves depends upon few characteristics. So we are going to study or we are going to see which are these characteristics and how can we identify two different sounds if the amplitude and frequency is same. So first characteristics is loudness. We are very familiar with the word loudness. So today we are going to see what is meant by loudness in terms of physics. Okay. So loudness is a virtue or a characteristics property of a sound wave which help us to identify or distinguish a loud note from a faint note. Okay. And this loudness is always depends upon the characteristics of sound, that is amplitude. This loudness will vary as the amplitude varies. Okay. So in last session, as we studied the representation of the graph, we studied that how to represent amplitude in a graph. So how it represents the maximum deviation from the mean position. Okay. So this is called amplitude and this is also amplitude. So as the amplitude varies, the loudness varies. Just consider this is 5 centimeter and I'm going to draw another one. This is just 1 centimeter. Okay, consider this as A and this as B. Okay. So here we have an amplitude of 5 centimeter and the second figure we have an amplitude of 1 centimeter. So by seeing itself we can say that this one is a faint sound and this is a loud note. Okay. So that means simply we can consider that or we can tell that as the amplitude increases, the loudness also increases. And if we consider both these waveform, we can tell that both are sine wave. So same kind of wave and both have same frequency. Do you remember what is frequency? The number of oscillations made in 1 second. Okay. So if we consider both have same frequency, same waveform, only one factor is changing, that is the amplitude. And amplitude depends upon the loudness. For example, if you generally pluck a guitar or sitar or violin, we always hear a faint note, right, Nora? Light note. What happens when you pluck it very hardly? You can hear a loud note. Or simply hit on the table. Very simply, if you uh, hit on the table slightly or slowly, what happens? We can hear a small note. If you hit it hard, you can hear a loud note, right? So likewise, as the amplitude varies, we can hear a loud or faint note. Same way, those who are having the drum or those who have the habit of playing the drum, or if you hear the drum playing, we can hear that there's a soft note and a loud note. The way how they strike on the drum, the amplitude of vibration will varies and accordingly we can hear a loud note and a soft note. Okay. So now we are going to study or we are going to see that how loudness varies or which are the factors depends upon the loudness. Okay. So factors affecting the loudness. First point, amplitude of the wave that we already discussed. Okay. So as the amplitude varies, the loudness of the wave increases. Okay. As the amplitude decreases, it decreases. Second factor, the distance between the source and the listener. Distance between source and the listener. Okay. Just consider that you are in an auditorium. Okay. We know that there will be lots of speakers. Think that you are sitting near to the speaker. Which kind of sound you are going to hear? Obviously, it is a loud note, right? No. Now you just think that you are outside of the auditorium, but you are able to hear the sound. So the distance from the source to your ear is entirely different, or the distance is more. So you are going to hear a faint note, right? So that is what, as the distance varies from the source to the listener, the loudness will vary. It will be decreasing from higher note to lower note. Okay. So that is the second factor. The loudness varies, depends upon the distance between the source and the listener. Now the third factor, it depends upon the area of surface of the vibrating material. Okay. Area of vibrating body. Now third factor is area of vibrating body. Okay. Just consider two drums. A drum with a small surface area and a drum with a bigger surface area. Okay. Especially during the festival season, we used to see in our villages or in streets everywhere, right? No? Okay. So you can easily identify, or you can easily distinguish the sound, the loudness coming from the smaller one and a bigger one. Okay. So as we hit on the smaller drum, we can hear a small note or a faint note, because the amplitude is smaller comparing with the bigger one. So same way, as the surface area increases, we can hear a loud note. You can try it in your home. Take a balloon, take two balloons, then take two different plates or some anything with a two different surface area. Cover it with the balloons. You know how to make it as a drum. Okay. So do it and try to put small, like lightweighted some seeds or some sand particle or anything. Then hit it on either one. So you can see the way how it vibrate, how that particles is going to vibrate upon that drum. The one which is having more surface area, that is going to vibrate more with more amplitude, and the one which is having the smaller area is going to vibrate with lesser amplitude. So that's also the factor which depends upon the loudness. Now the fourth factor, that is purely based on the individual person. A fourth factor is sensitivity of the listener. Okay, it is purely personal. If we compare your friend and you, your level of sensitivity is entirely different from your person. If we compare a small baby and an older person, their sensitivity of hearing is different. So it depends upon the sensitivity of our eardrum. We may feel loudness or faintness. Okay, it purely depends upon the individual person's eardrum. So that is called the sensitivity of listeners. Just an example, if you say that when you play the TV or music system in your home, if you have grandparents, surely they will tell that reduce the volume, right? No, because you may not be feeling that it's a noise or it's a high volume, but your parents or your grandparents cannot bear that, because they don't have much sensitivity or much power to bear that sound. Okay, these are the four factors which depends upon the loudness of a sound wave. First one, amplitude of the sound or the vibration, distance between the source and the listener, area of the vibrating or area of cross section of the vibrating body, and the sensitivity of the listeners. Okay, we have an equation which connects the loudness and amplitude. Okay, it's one of the very important equation. You have continuation in the 10th standard. So loudness is always represented by the letter L, and we already studied that how to represent amplitude. How to represent amplitude? Amplitude is represented by the letter A. So loudness is depends or directly proportional to the square of the amplitude. Okay, just consider if amplitude is 2 centimeter, the loudness will be equal to 2 square, that is 4. Okay, so loudness will be 4 times comparing with the amplitude. If it is 3, loudness is directly proportional to the 9. Okay, so this is the way how loudness varies according to the amplitude. Now, anyway, whichever the quantity we study, we should study about the unit. Okay, do you know the unit of sound wave? Have you heard about decibel? So decibel is a unit of sound wave which always used to represent. Not only this one, we will study another unit also, but this is a common unit which always used to represent the sound wave. Okay, actually 1 decibel is equal to 1/10th of bell. So bell is a unit of level of loudness and it is given in honor of Alexander Graham Bell, who found the telephone. And there is a difference to represent the decibel dB. Always we studied that the first letter of a unit is capital letter. But here the first letter is small letter and the second letter is capital. If you represent like dB, you will not get the mark. You have to represent like small b and capital small d and capital B. This is the right way to represent the decibel. Okay, so decibel is a unit of sound wave and that is equal to 1/10th of bell. Minimum loudness with a frequency of 1 kilohertz is considered to be 0 decibel. Okay, so 0 decibel means a minimum loudness with a sound of frequency 1 kilohertz is considered to be 0 decibel. If we are considering 10 kilohertz, this is equal to 10 dB. If we consider it as 100 kilohertz, that is equal to 20 dB. If it is 1000 kilohertz, we used to consider it as 30 dB. So how we will get these values? We have to study detail in 10th standard. Now just remember these values. Okay. If we compare the decibel level, there is a safe limit of sound level. So always we used to consider 0 to 80 dB is a safe limit of hearing. Okay. In that itself, 10 dB to 30 dB, we always get a soothing effect to our ear. Okay. And if the sound level goes beyond 120 dB, more than 80 dB itself, we feel irritation to our ears. If it is above 120 dB, we used to consider it as noise. Okay. So today we are winding up with a characteristics property of loudness. The rest of the characteristic properties we will see in the next session. Thank you.